Jesus appeared to me when I was 17.
Yesu yandabikira nina emyaka 17.
Amma abayimiridde mmwe mulabika mumanye ekyabalese.
Seem to know why you came.
Because what I'm teaching is very powerful.
Byensomesa byamaanyi nnyo.
Jesus appeared to me age 17.
Yesu yandabikira nga nina emyaka 17.
And it did not, for me,
nze
it didn't take 6 months or 2 months or 4 months to operate in the power of God. That very day, the gifts of God were operating. I told my parents, Amin is going to be removed. April 11th. My dad said, you want us to be killed? Shut that nonsense up. 1979, April 11th, Amin was removed. I told you, I started traveling. The favor of God. I could get American visas without invitation, without bank statements, without everything. I could go to communities where there's no rain. And I said, after the service, run home. The rain is coming. And the rain will go ahead of the people. But I was so poor. I was borrowing money to buy a ticket to go. Until I met T.L. Osborn. And when I interpreted for him, this is what he said. Because the first day of the meeting, I failed to interpret. I failed. And the people on the committee, the pastors, one man jumped up to interpret. And he said, you know, this young man has failed to interpret because he doesn't know English. And when he said that, electricity went off. Child of God, if it's your destiny, nobody will sabotage you. It doesn't matter who they are or who you are. But to make the whole story short, I had never seen anything like that in my life. The man preached, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And then he said, when I was in Philippines, 30 blind people saw. He pointed a finger, and then I saw a tall person standing from the ground above the people, nearly touching the sky. And I could see the white garment and the hands. And then in a second I see him over there. In a second I see him over there. Then I saw his face. I'm trying to interpret. But I see a man who came to me at my father's house when I was 17. And it's the same man that I'm seeing in the field. He's appearing in the crowd. Oh, you are not hearing what I'm saying. You can't talk when he is around. I couldn't interpret because I didn't know English. Not because I didn't know English. I had not seen him before again. Ever since I saw him at 3 p.m. at my father's house. He moves like a wind, and everywhere he went, crutches went up. Everywhere he went, people could shout, I can see, I can hear, I can hear. The whole crowd, like you have seen it, Alugogo. Everywhere I'm talking about, the shout was deafening. Crutches up. I've never seen anything like that. The following day
enkeera
was Sunday.
lwali lwa Sunday.
We didn't have a church.
Tetwalina kanisa ebiseera ebyo.
Had a fellowship.
Twalina fellowship.
So we didn't have church that Sunday
Olwo Sunday tetwakuŋŋaana.
So we went to Lugogo.
Ne tugenda e Lugogo.
I stood down.
Ne nyimirira wansi.
Now on Saturday,
ku Lwomukaaga,
when miracles came,
ebyamagero bwe byabwatuka,
nobody could check them. Nobody knew. I knew what to do because I already flowing in the miracles. So I went to help them. Check those who are healed. Check those who are healed. Turned around, she said, "Oh, you are my interpreter. You are now helping me." I said, "No problem." Put back that picture of the crowd. That's why I'm talking to you young people here. Everybody. You see that crowd? Many people, right? I'm asking you. If you've been standing there and they make you publicly sit down because you have failed to interpret and you are 21 years old, what do you do? You are embarrassed before everyone. You quit. You leave. But if you stay, humility will exalt you. When he made me sit down, he was breaking my yoke, which was not mine. It was his yoke, not his, someone else's yoke. Because yes, my brother John was abroad, but God was going to cause me to do what nobody has ever done in my family, and I could not have done it with a yoke on my neck. Now watch this. Following this Sunday, oh, Daisy come and said, "Come up here, sit here." She said, "Don't worry. My husband is tough, but also be tough. You are his voice." I said, "I'll try." She said, "You started well, but then you stopped." I said, "I saw him." She said, "Who?" I said, "Jesus." Then Daisy said, "Oh, he's always in our meeting. It is easy. When you see him, say hi, Jesus." I looked at this lady. I said, so we start on Sunday. Tears was, "Oh, my interpreter, let's go." So we start. The committee, I'm telling you, the committee began to interpret before I could interpret. So Taylor's one turns around and says, "What's going on?" The crowd is confused. So one man jumped up. He said, "Me, I can interpret better." The one who said, I don't know English. Electricity went off. Osborn lost it. Started yelling at Daisy, "Why did you change my interpretation? I want my interpreter. Where is he?" I was on the corner. They say, come back. And when I came back, it was like fire had been shut in my bones. My voice was louder and sharper and bigger than ever before. And nobody could interpret it on the stage. In fact, some people will understand. When I turn like this, they say fire was burning in my eyes. And we took off. Now, watch this. It takes the anointing to break yokes. And sometimes you don't know that you have a yoke until you face the anointing. And the yoke was seriously religion. Child of God, what is bothering you is not your words. And today is the day you are breaking that yoke. Let me say this to you. I have seen many people suffering from sickle cells. But you know very well the sickle cell is not for that kid. It was donated to that kid by both parents. They're the one who had it. They passed it on. Poverty is the same. It has been passed on to you. Now watch this. Child of God, an anointing we operate with. For Israel is 12 anointing. 12 gates of the city, 12 tribes of Israel.